you'll have to forgive us or be unforgiving about us launching our new cigar YouTube channel. So join us as we review Unforgiven, and you can try to maybe unforgive us. Folks, welcome back. Especially you right there. Thank you so much for finding the Party Source Cigars Reviews. I am Jonathan J.O. Owen.
I am Nick Douglas from the Party Source Humidor.
And if you are new to the channel, take a moment, hit that like button, and then subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you'll be notified whenever we do something cool and post new videos on this new but blooming channel.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
How about that?
And if you happen to have one of these Unforgiven cigars by
Esteban Carreras.
Esteban Carreras, fired up and join along with us. We would love to know your thoughts and down below.
Okay, fun fact about this, neither one of us has ever smoked this cigar. No idea what the blend is, no idea what to expect. I haven't read any reviews on it. I know nothing. But this is, all I know about Esteban Carreras is they are a Nicaraguan-based company. That's where they do their production. So maybe that's a hint as to something we might experience here. But it's, other than that, no idea the blend. I know they make a lot of good cigars, though.
Okay, so the idea is we're going to try and guess the blend and go in with a complete blind honesty review and see if this is worth the pickup.
Now, first thing I'm noticing, if we're gonna just be, you know, hyper observant here, is normally when it's got that cedar wrap on there, which is great, it's great for aging, imparts that nice cedary flavor, like you're doing right there, it just slides right off, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Except mine won't move.
Mine has a really tight fit near the end.
So let's,
oh man.
You go ahead and start cutting, and I'll catch up here hopefully soon.
Just a dry smell. It's very, very cedar. I was trying to, being a complete noob, I was clicking the wrong end. So for those who don't know, I am a complete noob when it comes to cigars. Nick has been taking it upon himself to teach me a little bit about them, so I can be his Padawan, I guess. Kind of a chocolatey.
The only way I got it off was the secondary band had to come off with it.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, you know, maybe, it's a handmade product. Maybe I got the one.
Yeah, that's something. It's always something. There is always, it's handmade, so you cannot always expect the machine perfection each time. Kind of a coca nib dry draw.
I get that little hay or barnyard on there as well. And just a slight resistance on the draw, which is actually kind of how I like it. A little sweetness.
Dark chocolate. Dry earth. A little bit of vanilla, but yet slight peppercorn finish. It's also the start. I just all of a sudden got really conscious because I have my elbows on the table, so if my mom's watching this, I'm in trouble.
I think that plant's trying to attack me back there.
Thank God it's not kudzu. Okay, getting a secondhand smoke from you, I am getting a wonderful cedar campfire smell.
There's definitely some woody notes to it. A lot of pepper on the retrohale. A lot of pepper.
I haven't done that yet.
Which is, I love a good peppery cigar as the forklift starts in the background.
Yeah, I just did the retrohale. I fried my nostrils. Why did I do that, Nick? Oh, God.
Because your olfactory sense, your sense of smell, really plays into your sense of taste.
It really does.
If you really want to experience the full flavor of the cigar, you got to do the retrohale. Now, a stronger cigar, real peppery cigar, you might not want to do the full amount of smoke out through your nose, but you could definitely do some of it. You don't have to exhale all of it, but just enough to get that flavor going.
I'm starting to kind of get that fresh leather. It's not a used leather, it's a fresh leather, like when you walk in and you're buying your new boots. You're trying to break them in, you know. Used leather kind of has an older barnyard and sweaty smell where, oh, be quiet, Nick. I haven't graduated the shut up, Nick. So those who are doing the shots game, that wasn't a shot yet. Take a shot whenever I say shut up, Nick. That one doesn't count either.
Oh, why not?
Okay, that was a test run. How about that? Shut up, Nick. That's why.
It's got some sweetness to it that I'm really kind of
like it. I really do. You see, I'm having a little bit of trouble kind of rounding it out, but it is correcting itself, so I'm not going to mess with it just to see if it will.
And I also, as far as a disclaimer goes, I usually like to, when we get new product in, I like to let it sit upstairs in the humidor, you know, in the stock room for a couple days just to acclimate back to humidity, because, you know, it's been sitting on a UPS truck. And Esteban Carreras is distributed, I believe, out of California, so it's going to spend another day or two longer than if it were coming out of Florida like most of the cigars. So it's these are fresh off the truck today, actually.
Farm fresh off the truck. It corrected itself out, guys.
Already.
My suspicion was right. The draw on this is not too tight. A little bit of resistance on the draw, so I'm not burning it too fast. What you think, about an hour and a half smoke?
And this is the size is called the bullet.
Like bullet?
Yeah, except it's spelled with 2 O's.
Bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6-inch. No, that can't be right. 5 3/4, I think we're at, by 46 ring gauge, which to me is a fantastic size. I like a smaller ring gauge. You're going to get more of the flavor imparted by that wrapper leaf with that smaller ring gauge, which is all about the flavor, right?
Definitely. That last puff kind of had a nettly flavor, which I get that in some bourbons. Nettles?
A little vegetable,
but nettle is kind of a prickly flavor. Very sweet, earthy, gamey, but yet very prickly on the tongue. Kind of that feeling you get when you're taking a bite out of just peach skin and you don't get the juice underneath it. You know, like a really big farm fresh peach, you bite into it and then you just get that first mouthful of skin and it's like rug burn on your tongue. I got thrown down a hallway as a kid, and when I did, I screamed and my tongue hit that carpet and I burned my tongue on the carpet.
That's awful.
Yes, it was terrible. I walk around.
That is...
Yes.
That is very unpleasant sounding.
Yeah, they kept on trying to get me to say funny words over and over again, so... I'm going to play it safe. There's Nicaraguan filler in there.
I believe you're probably right.
Yeah, I definitely kind of getting that. Definitely a chocolatey Maduro wrap, and that's about as far as my present knowledge goes. I need to rewatch these older ones in the future so I can see if I've improved or gotten worse.
There you go. I don't believe that's a Maduro wrapper. I guess it could have a slight Maduro treatment to it. To me, just judging by the color and how smooth the leaf is, I'm going to guess maybe with that little bit of sweetness I'm getting off, it might be a Sumatran wrapper.
That's why he's the professional.
Beyond that, I agree with you. I think it's got that nice, rich Nicaraguan core.
It's definitely a smoking machine. The production on this thing is really good. Is that your phone or mine?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just felt the whole table
vibrate. I was going to ignore it, but through the magic of...
this is through the magic... Well, we'll just leave it in there so we can just say that, you know, I can yell at Nick to put his phone down and we can keep going.
Shut up, Joe.
Oh. I'm really looking forward to trying this as moving down the flavor. So what you say we bring in our drink to go with this cigar? That's what I thought. So get ready for some fun, magical editing, guys. Here we go. So Nick, I have a Boulevardier, one of my favorite styles of cocktail. It is a bourbon Well, bourbon or rye. I used Rittenhouse rye because I thought the rye would go very well with this flavor. I used 2 ounces of that, 1 ounce of vermouth, 1 ounce of an Aperol or Campari. Then you put in an orange twist. This is a very meaty, filling, delightful lunch cocktail.
And what's it called again?
A Boulevardier.
Why is it called a Boulevardier?
Because it is a twist on the classic Negroni.
Ah.
And it was, it's one of the famous speakeasy style drinks. The Negroni would have gin in there. And look at that, my ice is actually, my smoke from this was getting trapped in there.
No, I think that's fog.
No, that
coming off
is
the
actually
ice.
fog coming
It's
off
so
the
humid
ice.
out here.
Yeah, I mean my ice is melting and creating a fog off of it. But the Negroni has gin instead of bourbon. And of course an orange twist goes in.
Boy, that's delicious.
Delightfully bitter.
It's very nice.
It is such a bitter cocktail, and I always forget to say that. It's not a sweet one, it is bitter, and I think it'll pair very well with this. Oh God, it does. Brings out a crap ton of vanilla in this cigar.
Technical term there.
Crap ton.
We both just accidentally hashed on the table
Yes.
at the exact same time.
That's good quality if you can pick it up and move it.
We'll just
Get
stick
that out of the way there
for a second. Now, while J.O. was making some cocktails for us, I did look up to see what the blend was. And it is Nicaraguan filler.
Yay!
And it is Nicaraguan binder. And it is an Ecuadorian grown Sumatra wrapper.
So you were right there.
I was.
Yes.
The one thing that, well, you're right, they're definitely bringing out some vanilla.
Yeah.
The one thing that I found interesting in reading what the blend profile was, I don't know if it's all or just some of the tobacco is actually aged in Flor de Caña barrels.
Really?
18-year-old
The
Flor de Caña.
18-year-old Flor de
So he said
Caña.
they actually shaved down the insides of the barrel
So they
to
can get
remove some wood.
the char and the fresh oak.
But it's
Ooh.
so he said the owner of the company was saying that a lot of that rum flavor that you think would be imparted is actually gone because of that. But it's more about the aging it within the wood itself and the alcohol that's left in the wood. While it doesn't necessarily impart flavor, it does give the tobacco an additional fermentation, which kind of releases more of those natural sugars, which is why it has a little bit of that sweetness to it.
Man, since I started sipping this cocktail, I think I'm catching up to you. I'm sucking this cigar down. I think I'm starting to catch up to you
Well,
here.
that's a
I didn't expect it to work as well as it
little earth, little leather.
would. Definitely bringing out a lot of the orange zest from the cocktail. The bitterness of the Campari and the bitterness that you get from the actual orange peel is translating into the cigar. And so you're getting a delightfully bittering flavor, but yet the sweetness of the tobacco is meeting it perfectly. We're not talking much anymore.
Well, it's because I think we're enjoying
We're
our drinks and our
truly
smokes.
enjoying this, yeah.
The pepper's definitely calmed down quite a bit. It's still present on the retrohale, but it's not so much the star of the show at this point. It's a supporting character.
Starting to get a little bit of the warmth of the draw. So I'm starting to get that warmth of the burning end. That is definitely bringing out a little bit more flavors. And what I really think shines is the length of the palate. This is one of them in which I know that when I finish, I'm still going to be tasting it. And it's going to be a happy memory.
A long finish.
Yes. Uh-oh. Sounds like they're searching for me again.
Yeah, well, luckily we're underneath the pergola here, so
Yeah.
should provide sufficient camouflage for you today.
Yeah, I don't want them to start throwing the nets to try and catch me again since I got away from the padded cells.
Going out to Area 51?
No, I'm not going to do that. I may be crazy and I may be goofy and insane, but I'm not going for the Darwin Award this year.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
If I die of Darwinism, it's going to be one of the unexpected stupid things that I do.
Maybe we should take bets. Just one more tasting note as I get further into this. That vanilla is starting to give way to a little bit of caramel.
Oh gosh. Talk about subliminal planting. You're right, man. It's a sweet, lightly salted caramel.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is it? Not Werther's, but the little caramel squares that you would buy and you melt down to dip your caramel apples in.
Yeah, I don't know what the brand is, but I know what you're talking about.
Brock's.
Oh,
Brock,
yeah,
yes. So freaking good. I just eat those things by the bags. Okay, literally, this is a friggin' meal.
Great. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is a meal. The weather's perfect. The cigar is awesome. The cocktail is excellent. And this, I mean, great company, adequate company. And this is just, this is good. This is really, really good. Now I'm gonna do one more thing here. Trick my palate. Actually works very, very well.
Good.
Yeah, no, okay, you sniff the orange, the fresh orange, and you enjoy your cocktail. And you enjoy your cigar with it.
I'm old school.
You're old school. I'm new school. I'm also an idiot, but hey, what do you... Shut up, Nick. I choked him. Now, I also want to do this. If you're still watching right now, hi, Rory. It's up to see you, man. Our biggest supporter and fan out there, Rory, man. You're awesome, buddy. He was constantly sending messages. When's the channel gonna go up? When's the channel? I sent him the message, and he got the message too late. He wanted to be number one.
What number
he
was
was like number 2, number 3, right around there. And I was upset about that. As of last night, I haven't checked it this morning, we were at 26.
Nice.
So I keep hoping that we're gonna keep growing. You know, I don't care if the channel goes viral, but you know, as long as we're teaching you some fun things and making you get fully educated on cigars.
Absolutely.
So with that, I don't think there's much more we can say. We didn't rate it.
No, we should probably do that.
We did not. So 1 to 100 scale. I'm coating my tongue, getting rid of that flavor. Getting chocolate all over. That's a solid 89 for me. I think that's really, really good. You know, points for the 89 for flavor, points for the packing, the quality of the smoke, the length of it. So I'm going to throw in 2 extra points there, so 91.
Ooh, extra points.
90 points, yeah, because the quality of this cigar is so well made.
Now, you know, and you had a little bit of that wavy burn to start with.
Yeah.
It corrected itself. We haven't had to touch these up at all the whole time. It's the flavor's fantastic. The construction's great. It's to me, I also, and you don't know this, but I look at also price point value. MSRP on this guy is $5.50.
You freaking kidding me?
So I think when I take that into consideration, I'm at like a 92 on this guy. That quality for that price, all day.
All day long. For $5, I will drink Boulevardiers and I'll smoke this until my wife comes out and throws something at me to come inside and do stuff.
Good luck. Okay,
so I guess that concludes today's episode. So with that, cheers. Join us for more cool things here.
You're right.
You're awesome.
Yeah, have another drink, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You're awesome. He's awesome.
Sort of.
I'm so-so.
He's pretty damn awesome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Guys, we'll catch you next week. Cheers.